Zeus and Hades, Mary-Kate and Ashley, Liam and Noel Gallagher, Mario and Luigi. Siblings have collaborated with and fought against each other since Cain killed Abel with an Xbox controller for kill stealing in Black Ops Online. Once your parents have another kid, that's it. Guess who's gonna be tied to you by fate for the rest of your life? Will you get along and form a friendship that lasts a lifetime? Or will you end up being the death of each other? Paul and Barry chuckle. Games and siblings have been interconnected for nearly as long as they've been around. When old Shigeru needed a character that looked the same but with different colours for a player too, and Luigi was born, creating the very first video game sibling and starting the trend of, oh, we need a character for a player too. They have a brother or sister, yeah, sure. But to call Luigi lazy would be grossly oversimplifying his character. Dude went from a necessary colour swap to star of his own games and franchises, sometimes outshining his more popular brother, because unlike Mario who has to keep a positive face on at all times, Luigi can be as much of a fuck up as he wants without risk of Nintendo's stock collapsing and forcing the company to order 5 new Pokemon games by the end of the year. I did not know for the longest time that in the original Super Nintendo Mario world, Luigi didn't look like this and didn't have the great voice lines like, "Just what I needed," which is like half of why the game is good. Game Boy Advance supremacy at its finest. As a kid who liked Sonic but never really played many games past the 2D series, I also thought Shadow was like Sonic's evil twin or something, so it really confused me when I saw Sonic Underground repeats and he was in a band with his like sister and brother. To be honest, that whole show was confusing. Sick opening riff though. They made a vow their mother will be found. Solid and Liquid Snake are two of the most iconic siblings in games, and they are insane. Besides looking exactly like me and my brother, over the course of a decade they drag in multiple ghosts, cyborg ninjas, and old men into their feud just because they can't decide what to do with Dad's dead body. And some Metal Gear nerds might go, oh, was it really Liquid inside Revolver Ocelot, or was it just hypnotherapy? I'm just gonna say right here, right now, you know that scene in Metal Gear Solid 4 where Liquid is running away and laughing after trying and failing to kill Snake for like the 6th time? You all know that scene? That level of younger brother energy cannot be replicated. That laugh is 100% genuine little shit. Whether you're an older, middle, or younger sibling, you absolutely have different traits you inherit from your position in the hierarchy. And the game Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons tries to focus on that. For example, when you interact with someone as the older brother, they're agreeable and are focused on the goal at hand. While if you interact with someone as the younger brother, they're a fucking asshole, which is a very realistic depiction of younger siblings aged 10 to 14. I'll be honest, the game wasn't that great from what I remember. Spoilers, I got bored about 40 minutes in and went, oh, the older brother's gonna die, isn't he? Sure enough, I was right. Oh, speaking of brothers dying, I actually can't talk about Mother 3 for long, because I know if I do, I'll just start crying. And I'll do it again while editing this video and having to hear Mother 3 music while I work on it. I need to plan out my cries throughout the week. I can't be having unscheduled shopping sessions during recording, guys. So I'll just say what everyone knows, that Mother 3 is one of the most heart-rending pieces of media ever and has made me like 1,000 times more susceptible to any themes of brotherhood or siblings in general. And it's like, thanks a lot guys, I'm supposed to be the alpha male here. The activity of gaming as a kid when you have a sibling is a literal game changer, because he wants to play Mario Kart, but I've nearly beaten this boss, give me 5 more minutes now, oh my god! Multiplayer games suddenly become life and death, and when you have to make do with what you've got, and your parents won't let you play Call of Duty, WarioWare for the Wii's darts minigame takes on a whole new level of intensity. I'm sure those with siblings who are watching have weird games like that, ones that are so dumb but you used to kill each other over, but also have ones that bonded you as well. One that sticks out to me is Fallout New Vegas. Getting collectively obsessed with this game for a solid half a year, taking turns between me and my brother whenever the game crashed, was just the optimal way to explore the Mojave. We pushed this game to the absolute limits when we did in-depth roleplay runs of sitcom characters. Which, by the way, if you were wondering, Ross from Friends would side with the NCR at first, but the trauma of killing Matthew Perry would turn him into the strongest legionary to ever exist. Kramer would side with Mr. House. Games that are absolutely not made for siblings are those with the crappy, passive multiplayer modes tacked on, which are commonly referred to as little brother mode. But anyone who's actually had siblings growing up knows they smell the bullshit and are just gonna complain that they're not actually playing the game. The only one I remember being any good was the Tingle Tuner, but that was because you could waste the other person's rupees and just fuck up their day with bombs. Diddy Kong Racing had a brilliant cheat code that let you play the story mode multiplayer co-op, which turned every race into an operation of who collects the 5 shiny beer cans and who actually wins the race for us. It made the game so much easier and so much more enjoyable as well. But I think the games that are made for siblings is the Pokemon series. The constant multiplayer of being able to trade and battle and compare with someone else who's playing alongside you is honestly a layer that makes the series for me, and without it, it's just not the same. You essentially had your own real-life Pokemon rival with a sibling, one to test out your abilities and compete against, but also to help each other out in filling the Pokedex and to share tips and advice with. It's no surprise to me then that Ultra Sun has been the only Pokemon game to even come close to capturing the magic I felt when playing Diamond 16 years ago, because I played both at the same time as my brother. So many of my best gaming memories, and also just childhood memories in general, are just playing games with him. Just how a bad game can become good with someone to share it with, a great game becomes even better when you've got your bro with you. All ad revenue from this video is going towards getting a kick-ass present for my brother turning 21, because without him, this channel wouldn't exist. Hell, he was literally behind the camera of my old unlisted videos before I dyed my hair blonde and turned into a cartoon, so please share it around so I can get him something cool. And also, if you have any siblings, tell them you love them today, because I think the bond of siblinghood is something special, and I'm eternally grateful for mine. Happy birthday, Noah. Igor and Grichka Bogdanov.